Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss about matrices. See, first matrix definition. See what is meant by matrix. Matrix is a rectangular arrangement of rows and columns. In each row and column should have equal number of elements. So this is the definition of what matrix. Matrix means what? A matrix is a rectangular arrangement of rows and columns in which each row and column should have equal number of elements. So now I will give an example. So in that example you will understand. Suppose in school I'm going to consider 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th and 10th standard. So 4 standards are there: 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Suppose consider in 7th standard 15 boys are there, 10 girls are there. 15 boys, 10 girls. And in the 8th standard 8 boys and 8 girls are there. And in the 9th standard 12 boys, 8 girls are there. And in the 10th standard 20 boys and 20 girls are there. Correct? Suppose if anyone asks what is the total strength of 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th standard, 10th standard, in that how many boys and how many girls are there, that time if I give this list, if I give this entire list, they will not understand. Yes? Why they are not going to understand? Because it is not properly arranged. It is not properly arranged. Suppose now what I'm going to do, I'm going to rearrange this. See how I am going to rearrange. So first here 7th standard, 8th standard, 9th and 10th standard. Correct? So here I'm going to mention number of boys. Here I am going to mention number of girls, and last one here total strength. See, just now I said in 7th standard how many boys are there? 15 boys, 10 girls. So here I am going to mention 15 and 10. So what is the total strength now? 25. Similarly in 8th standard 8 boys, 8 girls. So here 8 boys, 8 girls. So total strength is 16. Next in the 9th standard 12 boys, 8 girls. So here 12 boys and it is here 8 girls. So total strength is 20. And in the 10th standard 20 boys, 20 girls. So what is the total strength here? 40. So see what I did here, I arranged properly. So if I give this list to them, easily they will understand. In 7th standard what is the total strength? 25. In that 25 how many boys are there? 15 boys are there and 10 girls are there. Similarly in the 8th standard 8 boys, 8 girls, the total strength is 16. In the 9th standard number of boys are 12, girls are 8, so total strength is 20. Similarly in the 10th standard 20 boys, 20 girls and total strength is how much here? 40. So in matrix also it is same. See, matrix means it is the rectangular arrangement of rows and columns in which each row and column should have equal number of elements. Yes, Next, see, remember we enclose matrix by these two symbols, matrix by these two brackets, and it is denoted by capital letters only, either A or B or C or D, etc. Next, so in that matrix, so first we have to understand what is mean by rows. See, the horizontal line of numbers are called what here? Rows. The horizontal line of numbers are called what here? Rows. And next, what is mean by columns? The vertical line of numbers are called what here? Columns. Column means what? The vertical line of numbers are called columns. Next, order of the matrix. Next comes what here? Order of the matrix. See, order of the matrix means the number of rows and columns that a matrix has is called its order. By convention, rows are listed first and columns listed second, and it is denoted by A cross B. So A, this is cross and this is B. Here A is nothing but number of rows, B is nothing but number of columns, and it is read it as A cross B. So now I will take one example. In that example, you will understand the matrix definition, and in that you will understand what is mean by rows, what is mean by columns, and what is mean by order of that matrix. Yes. So one example I will consider. Capital letter A is equals to 2 minus 3 4 1. Yes, this is the matrix. So why it is called matrix? A matrix is the rectangular arrangement. This is the rectangular arrangement of rows and columns. See here, these two, this and this, these two lines are called what here? Horizontal lines. So these two lines are called what here? Horizontal lines, and these two lines are called what here? Vertical lines. So these two lines are called what here? Horizontal vertical lines. These two lines are called what here? Horizontal lines. Therefore, row means what? The horizontal line of numbers are called what here? Rows. So this is the first row. I'm going to call it as R1. This is the second row. I'm going to call it as what here? R2. So together R1 and R2 both are called what here? Rows. Similarly, vertical lines. First line I'm going to call it as what? C1. Second line I'm going to call it as what here? C2. So together C1 and C2 are called what here? Columns. C1 and C2 both are called what here? Columns. So remember, the horizontal line of numbers are called what here? Rows. So these two are the horizontal line of numbers are called rows, and vertical line of numbers are called what here? Columns. So next, order of the matrix. See, A is equals to, if I write 2 1 4 2, 2 1 4 2, and here I'm going to write 2 cross 2. So this 2 cross 2 indicates order. This 2 cross 2 indicates what here? Order of this particular matrix. See, in that 2, first 2 indicates the number of rows, and second 2 indicates number of columns. First two indicates number of rows, second two indicates what here? Number of columns. Number of columns. Therefore here first 1 and 2 rows are there, and here 2 columns are there. So this indicates the order of that particular matrix. Suppose if I write A is equals to 2 1 3 4 6 0. This is the matrix 2 1 3 4 6 0. So in this, how many rows are here? 2 rows are there. This is the first row, this is the second row. So how many rows? 2 rows. Cross. How many columns are here? 3 columns are there. First column, second column, third column. So it is 2 cross 3. So this is the order of this matrix. How many rows? 2 rows. How many columns here? 2 columns. So this shows the order of this matrix. And remember, in this matrix, inside this rectangular bracket, 2, 1, 3, 4, 6, 0. 2, 1, 3, 6, 4, 6, 0. These all are called elements of that particular matrix. Are called what here? Elements of that particular matrix. Therefore, remember, so matrix means what? Matrix is a rectangular arrangement of rows and columns in which each row and column should have equal number of elements. We enclose the matrix by these two symbols, and it is denoted by capital letters only, either A or B or C, etc. So next, row means what? Rows means what? The horizontal line of numbers are called rows. Columns means the vertical line of numbers are called columns. And what is meant by order of that matrix? The number of rows and columns that a matrix has is called its order. By convention. Remember, always first you have to write the rows, how many rows are there, and second you have to write how many columns. That indicates what? Order of the matrix, and it is denoted by A cross B. That A is number of rows, B is what? Number of columns. How to read it? A cross B. It is read it as A cross B. So here one example is there. See that example. So in this example, this is the matrix B is equals to 2, 5 minus 9, 6, 2, 1. So here 2, 5 minus 9, this is the first row. I am going to denote it by R1. 6, 2, 1, this is the second row. I am going to denote it by R2. So R1 and R2 together called what here? Rows. So these two are what? Horizontal lines. Similarly, 2, 6, this is the first column. 5, 2, this is the second column. Minus 9, 1, third column. So all three together are called what here? Columns. So vertical line of numbers are called what here? Columns. And this shows what? Order of this particular matrix. So how many rows are here? 2 rows are there. How many columns are here? 3 columns are there. This 2 cross 3 indicates the order of this particular matrix. So remember, always first you have to mention number of rows, second you have to mention number of columns. So one more example. Suppose if I write C is equals to 2, 1 minus 3. This is also one matrix. So here how many rows are here? Only one row is there. So one row. Cross. How many columns are here? 3 columns. This is the first column C1. This is the second column C2. This is the third column C3. Therefore 3. So here only one row. So what is the order of this particular matrix? 1 cross 3, because only one row, but how many columns are here? 3 columns are there. Similarly, if I take D is equals to 2, 3, this is also one matrix, because here how many rows? 2 rows. So this is the R1, this is R2, and here only one column, that is C1. So what is the order of this matrix? 2, because 2 rows, cross how 2 rows, and how many columns here? Only one column. So what is the order of this matrix? 2 cross 1. Therefore, remember, matrix means it is the rectangular arrangement of what? Rows and columns, in which each row and column should have equal number of elements.